Hey guys, how's it going out there? Wait, there I am. Yeah, how's it going out there? Yes, to see y'all. Yes, I got my eyes on you. Watch it. Anyhow, I'm back again, and today I am to talk about something that I think is stupefying the youth of America. I mean, making the youth of America dumber and dumber each day is these stupid reality shows. Yes. Now, before I go on, I don't hate all reality shows. There's some reality shows I think do serve a purpose in a way, and about a lot more others are just complete utter garbage. Ones that I don't mind that are reality shows. I don't mind ones that serve a purpose, like American Idol. There's a reason that's that. Talent shows like American Idol, and there have been some in the past, even before American Idol. Star Search was another one, where someone is trying to be discovered who wants to be famous, and they, end up going on. American Idol's produced several well-known singers such as Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, George Sparks, and some that haven't won, like Chris Daughtry, and even produced an Academy Award winner. Jennifer Hudson won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Dreamgirls. But that serves a kind of a purpose. And some I can hand, the forensic shows, that's educational. The forensic shows like Forensic Files and Cold Case Files and things like that, that's real. And then you got the Inside American Jail, and then you have the Lockdown, which is on MSNBC. That is reality. These people are behind bars, and you can see what is going on in jail. And it just it'll make you think twice before going to do it. If you have any idea about wanting to do a life of crime, and you think jail is just some walk in the park, watch those shows. You see all the nutcases that are on there, and just, that's reality. I admit I do watch Cheaters. In fact, I'm not like 5 minutes from their main office, where I am right now. I'm not 5 minutes from their main office. And believe it or not, their office of all places in Dallas is on Lover's Lane, and the show's called Cheaters. Go figure. But yeah, their office is just right over that way. Yeah. I'm guilty of that because I've seen two people on there that I know that, or I've had acquaintance with. Didn't know them like personally, but I've had acquaintance with that were on Cheaters, and I always have wanted to see somebody get busted on that show in person. I want to see somebody in person, like right where I am at right now. I'd love to see the Cheaters crew just walk right in and bust somebody with somebody else. I literally want to see that. I do. I gotta admit that's a guilty pleasure of mine. But I think that show does serve its purpose because you're not gonna flat out ask your other half, "Are you cheating on me?" They're gonna say hell no, and get on your case to ask them why you think they're cheating on you, and then you catch them in the act, catch them off guard. That's the way you catch somebody. So I think that show, and some other, like some sports, I guess reality shows. HBO's Hard Knocks. I don't get HBO, so I don't watch Hard Knocks, but everybody raves about it, and that's actually what you see inside an NFL team during training camp and things like that. Stuff that's not covered on the nightly news or on ESPN, because in HBO they can say there's no censorship because they're not monitored by the FCC. They're a paid premium cable channel. So that's why, when you saw shows like The Sopranos, and which had all the F words you could think of, or something so violent and sexual nudity like Game of Thrones, and other shows that HBO has had, HBO can get away with it. So with Hard Knocks, it's uncensored. They don't bleep anything out. Usually when you see something on regular channel, they bleep out the F word. Not on Hard Knocks. It's all uncensored. All uncensored. There are shows that I think are just completely lame. Now, Survivor's been on way too long. I only remember like the first two people who won Survivor, and this was way back 12, 13 years ago. So I don't know what's it doesn't serve its purpose anymore. And Big Brother, I think Big Brother's just some upgraded version of the Real World, which was on MTV, which I'm about to get to. MTV needs to stop calling themselves MTV. I do not even remember the last time MTV showed a music video. I'm old enough to remember when MTV showed music videos. I really, really do not know why they call themselves that. And here's the thing. People looked at me like I was stupid, that I had no idea who Snooki was, or JWoww, or whatever her name is, or Jersey Shore. I knew nothing about it. Call me old. I don't care. But I knew nothing about it. And because I see them, the reason I'm getting this, I see all these reality show people. I'm like, why are they famous? Who are they? And they're all over the news, the magazines, at the magazine stands at the grocery store, or they're on, when I log on my computer, the first screen that pops up is Yahoo, and they're famous. Like the Kardashians are doing this. I know who they are. I'm like, but I always wonder why the Kardashians are famous. Why? What do they do that is significant? It's like, why is Paris Hilton famous? Just because her last name is the same as the hotel that her family's part of? Excuse me. But I think it's stupefying to you. They looked at me like I was stupid, that I had no idea who Snooki was. I was like, who is Snooki? And they're like, are you from America? I was like, yeah. And I don't know what obligation it is for me to have to watch Jersey Shore. I have no idea what it's about. From what I gathered or something, it's like just a bunch of, apparently they're called Guidos. That's a slang term for Italians. I just live in a house and party all the time. Whoop de frickin' do. Really? You call that reality? That's not reality. And then they look at me, and then you see MTV has this. I had no idea who these teen moms were. I was like, oh, she's famous because she's pregnant when she was 16, 17 or something. Let me tell you who are famous 16 and 17-year-olds. And this just recently, those are ones you should look up to, and not these teenagers that are pregnant that are somehow being paid because they were pregnant when they're 16, which is stupid. We just had the Olympics. The gymnastics team, what are they all? Jordan Weber, Gabby Douglas, Michaela Maroney, and the rest of the Fab Five. They're what, 16, 17? And now they're all going home with gold medals? Well, how about 17-year-old swimmer Missy Franklin? She's 17. She's about to start her junior year in high school, I think, next week. Oh, what'd you do over the summer, Missy? Oh, I didn't get pregnant like somebody did. I went over to London, and I came back with these 4 gold medals. Wouldn't you rather look up to them? Young girls, wouldn't you rather look up to them? And we're not seeing the last of Missy Franklin. The gymnasts, maybe, because gymnasts you don't see them at 25, 26 being in gymnastics. We're going to see Missy Franklin in Rio in 2016 and swimming again in 2020, whether it be in Madrid, Tokyo, or Istanbul, wherever the Olympics, one of those 3 cities, the 2020 Summer Games is going to be. Those are 17-year-olds that actually, 16, 17-year-olds that have actually done something. They're not even out of high school yet, and they have an Olympic gold medal. But some, like, oh no, I want to be on Teen Mom or whatever it's called, 16 or 17 and pregnant. Excuse me. It's ridiculous. They're watching these stupefied shows. Another one of these housewife shows, because I just saw one of them had a baby on Yahoo. Her name's like Kim Z or something, I don't know. They call them the Real Housewives. Bull. Those are not real housewives. Those are gold diggers. They're high society, gold digging bimbos who go out during the day, probably. Now, I've never seen their shows. I don't know what network they're on, but here's what I'm going to jump at, and correct me if I'm wrong. I bet they go out and have lunch with their high society friends. They go shopping. They're showing off their jewelry. They're going to get Botox. Here, get lip injections, get boob implants, liposuction, tummy tucks. And people think this is reality? I can go see that here in DFW. All I have to do is just go to Highland Park or Plano. I know those, pardon my language, those bitches are like that in Highland Park and Plano. Pretty much. You can't talk to a girl from Highland Park unless you got some dough. She'll look at you wrong. She will. She won't even. If she looks at you, if you don't have the money, don't even talk to her. That's how these Highland Park and Plano girls are. And I bet you they're like, these women were just like that. They want to marry rich guys so they can spend his money and bullshit around. I hate gold diggers. I really do. That was that the VH1. Chad Johnson and his wife, Evelyn, she was a gold digger. There was that Basketball Wives, VH1. Yeah, I know, VH1. You show music videos. It was called Video Hits 1. That's what VH1 stood for. Video Hits 1. They used to show music videos. Perfect. Behind the music type of stuff. Day in the life of an artist. That's what VH1 and MTV used to show. Now they're showing junk. Yeah, this Mob Wives I've heard of. Why would you want a camera following around if you're married to a guy in the mob? Really? Really? I mean, I don't really want to be in the day of life. I couldn't have a camera following me around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Or 366 to count this year because this year's a leap year. No! And then these basketball wives, they're just gold digging women. They're gold diggers. Not all athletes' wives, but what they're known as is WAGs. WAG stands for wife and or girlfriend of an athlete. Not all of them are like that. I will tell you from seeing a lot of them, not all of them are gold diggers. But there's a lot of them that are, because they're like, oh, this guy has money, and I'm just going to hook him to them. This Evelyn bitch that Ocho Cinco married, Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, whatever he wants to call himself now, she used to hook up with Antoine Walker, who was an all-star with the Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks, Atlanta Hawks, won a championship with the Miami Heat. And he went broke. He went broke probably from just not only her, because of his gambling debts. He had debts at some casinos in Vegas, and he even wrote a bad check. I mean, a professional athlete writing a bad check? What do you do with all your money? Which just mind-boggles me. A rich person would write a bogus bounce check. She was mean to him, apparently. People have been saying that this woman has just got a hot mean streak in her, and he should have married her. She's just all after the money, and and the thing is, these young kids, I'm not just going to get what else is stupid by America. You have Justin Bieber that's doing it. You have Twilight that's doing it. But these shows, these kids, they're like 14, 15, 25 years from now, 25 years from now, we'll say, those are classic TV, which is wrong. That's not classic TV. Classic TV, when I grew up, I'll still watch classic comedy shows that I grew up watching, like Fresh Prince, Cosby, Cheers, Seinfeld, Frasier, Sanford and Son, Happy Days, or even I'll watch Law and Order all day long. I'll watch NCIS all day long. I watch certain shows all day long because there's really not the only comedy I watch today is Big Bang Theory, and I closely relate to that. My shirt, I have a Captain America shirt, which is something Sheldon would probably wear on the show. So, a vintage Captain America shirt, which Sheldon Cooper would probably wear on the show. Oh, Dr. Sheldon Cooper, I'm sorry. He's got a double doctorate by the time he was 18. I'm sorry. Not the kind of doctor that has access to drugs. But, because I can relate. I know what they're talking about. Not just this, not kind of like the science stuff, but the comic book stuff, the pop culture stuff. I know all that stuff. I can kindly relate to it and see how smart Sheldon is. This smart, stupid person at the same time. But the thing is, these kids think these reality shows. I'm not saying all of them are dumb. Like the talent shows like American Idol and X Factor and all that stuff. I don't mind that because those are people who've been living a dream to become a singer, and they want to fulfill the dream. I don't have a problem with that. There's actually a goal to get that record contract. That's a goal, and I don't mind like the real life cop shows, courtroom shows. That shows you'll see the difference when you watch those shows. There's a difference between watching one of those and then watching Law and Order. I'm not dogging Law and Order, CSI, or any of that stuff, but those shows are not like real life in a lot of ways. I mean, CSI, those guys don't do the real life CSIs don't do all the stuff that that Gil Grissom did or Catherine Willows did. They don't do all that. They do a lot. They don't do everything they do in the show. They don't interrogate they don't interrogate people. Are they allowed to carry firearms? Yes, they are, because they're at a crime scene. They're allowed to carry firearms. They're kind of technically officers in a way. You kill one of them, it's just about as equivalent as killing a police officer. Even if you shoot a police dog, it's the same thing. I mean, shows you can learn from. I mean, Discovery Channel, I don't call those reality shows, but a lot of the shows on Discovery Channel where you learn about something. Learning shows, great. I don't mind those. In some sports documentaries, I don't mind. It's just this junky stuff that they show, or they have a celebrity having the cameras following them around all day. I don't care about that. And then people who are famous for just some... I don't know why they're famous. I mean, and then people say, what about cooking shows? Well, I don't have a problem with cooking shows. Cooking shows have been on for as long as anybody I know remembers. I mean, go way all the way back with Julia Child. I mean, I think she was kind of the originator of that. But if you watch a cooking show, if you want to learn how to cook a dish, they're telling you how to cook the dish. And you can cook it along while they're doing the show. You can watch the show and learn, or write down the ingredients, That's why they put the ingredient thingies like right here, or wherever. They put the ingredient thingy right there, and it'll have the ingredients, and jot it down. Now when you have with people who have TiVo and DVRs, they can just hit pause, write it down, and then hit play, and then get the show back going. And those shows, I mean, I'm talking about things like this stupid Jersey Shore, and the stupid Teen Mom, and stuff. Amazing Race is another show I don't get. I mean, nobody knows who. I bet you know. If I go do a Jay Leno right out here, people won't even know who won the Amazing Race at all. Even if the show aired the night before, the finale, bet you nobody knows. It's not so amazing. Oh wow, you're running. No. I mean, so many shows just play lame, but yet people watch it. And the reason the networks do it is because they're unscripted and they're cheap to make. They're unscripted and they're cheaper to make. Or supposedly unscripted. I guarantee you some of those are scripted. There's no way you can't do some of that stuff without it being scripted. So anyhow, I think this is stupefying America. Please, young people of America, start watching some good stuff. If you want to know, I'll show you some good stuff on TV. Excuse me again. I'll show you some good stuff on TV. Now, next time on video, I got something else that's right up my alley. It's a fashion thing about people who are just all of a sudden wearing Cincinnati Reds hats and can't name a player on the Reds team because some rapper wears a Reds hat, sagging pants, which I'll get to, and taking your cell phone like this and listen to music in front of everybody without using headphones. Those are three things that irk me. What I mean by the Reds hat is somebody wearing a hat or a shirt of a team. Oh, I just like the way it looks. And they're not a fan of the team. They probably couldn't even tell you the name of the team they bought the hat of. Those are things that irk me. So those three things irk me is what I'm going to talk about next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys. Oh, and I'll tell you this, guys, as well. Men, we've been dragged to these lame women movies like The Notebook. I was not dragged with that, thank God. Twilight, which I was. Magic Mike, thank God. We've been dragged to that. It's time to drag your woman to a movie. You dragged us to these movies, women. Well, now it's our turn to pay back. Expendables 2 opens up this weekend, which has like every action movie star ever made. It's Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Terry Crews, Dolph Lundgren, Randy Couture. Those are from the previous movie. Now we have Chuck Norris, who just kills everybody in the end. Chuck Norris is in it. Oh yeah, Liam Hemsworth's in it now. Thor's little brother, who played Gale in the Hunger Games, whose character is pointless until the third one. Why did I not get Thor? I mean, come on. But also, Jean-Claude Van Damme is in it. The muscles for Brussels, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Also Bruce Willis. And the girly man, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a girly man. Arnold girly man. Yes, Arnold's back. And yes, so since we've been dragged to all these women movies, guys, you take that woman to the manliest movie of all time. More testosterone in a movie ever. Take her to that. This is her punishment for making us go having to do the boyfriend husband thing where we have to go see these stupid Notebook where they're kissing in the rain, for Twilight where he glitters, for Magic Mike where we have to see naked men. You make her see manly men shooting and punching and blowing stuff up and stabbing people and all that. You do that. So anyhow, I just wanted to plug that. But so next time, the sagging pants, the wearing sports teams hats when you don't even follow the team. Preview of that, I saw a guy wearing an LA Kings hat, and I said, "Oh, you know the Kings won the Stanley Cup, right?" He goes, "No, I just like to wear your hat, Luke." And listening to music on your cell phone like that, which I think it's stupid. I mean, if I want to listen to music, I put my headphones on. Anyhow, remember, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Claybo4131, and I'll see you guys later this week. And take that woman to go see Expendables 2, which opens up tomorrow. Peace out.